In this video, I will introduce some of the question words. أدوات الاستفهام. أدوات الاستفهام. Let's get started. In Arabic language, we have two types of questions. The first group of questions, when you are asking questions that required an answer of yes or no. So you are not requesting or requiring information. You are expecting yes or no answer. And the second group, the questions where you are requiring some information, you are asking for some information. Let's get started with the first group, questions that required an answer of yes or no. That means you are not requesting information. Let's get started with the first group. In Arabic language, we have the word هل or the letter a. هل or the letter a. هل equivalent to English to the word do you or are you. Or instead of هل, you can prefix alif, the letter alif, in the front of the noun or in the front of the verb. Let's get started with هل. Let's do some examples. هل أنت طالب? So I'm not requesting or requiring information. I'm just asking if you are a student. So I'm expecting نعم, yes, or لا, no. So I'm expecting yes or no answer. هل أنت طالبة? More examples. هل أنت أستاذ? هل أنت أستاذة? So I'm not requesting information. Or instead of هل, you can prefix alif to the noun or to the verb. أهذا طالب? Also you can say هل هذا طالب? So if you prefix alif or هل, both are the same meaning. So again, أهذا طالب, or you can say هل هذا طالب. So again, we use هل or a if you are not requesting information. You are expecting yes or no answer. Let's move on to the second group where you are requiring some information. Now we are requesting information. So anytime you request information, we have words, question words to use. The first one, we have ما. ما. ما is what? ما اسمك? ما اسمك? Another word for what? We have ماذا. ماذا تحب? ماذا تحبين? Now if you pay attention, you can see we use ما if it follows by a noun, but we use ماذا if it follows by a verb. So both of them, ما and ماذا, has the same meaning, which is what. But ما has to follow by a noun. ماذا has to follow by a verb. That's the differences between ما and ماذا. So in another meaning, you cannot say ماذا اسمك. You cannot say ماذا اسمك. You can't say that. It's wrong. You have to say ماذا, then it has to follow by a verb, not a noun. More question words that required information. أي or أيت. أيت جريدة تقرأ. أي كتاب تقرأ. You can pay attention. أيت, we use it if you have a feminine noun followed. أي, we use it if you have a masculine noun followed. So if your noun is feminine, you use أيت. If your noun is masculine, you use أي. So you have to pay attention to the noun that's following أي or أيت. من هو؟ من هي؟ أين تسكن؟ من أين؟ من أين أنت؟ من أين أنت؟ لماذا ذهبت إلى المدرسة؟ لماذا ذهبت إلى المدرسة؟ كيف؟ كيف حالك؟ كيف حالك؟ مع من؟ مع من تسكن؟ Now we have the word كم, how many, and I'm doing this by itself because كم has some rules that we have to follow. You pronounce it كم. كم. كم ساعة عندك? So here I have the noun, which is ساعة. So the question is كم ساعة عندك? Another example, I have here the noun is بيت. I want to ask how many houses do you have? I will say كم بيتا عندك? So do you think we have rules here when we use كم? The answer is yes. We have some rules for كم. The first rule we have for كم has to follow by an accusative noun. Accusative noun. ساعة بيتا. The second thing, كم has to follow by a singular noun. In English you say how many houses. How many houses do you have? In Arabic we say how many house do you have? So in Arabic the noun has to be singular and indefinite. There's no alif lam. كم ساعة كم بيتا. You don't see alif lam. You don't see the in front of the noun that follows كم. There is no alif lam. We never say كم الساعة عندك or كم البيت عندك. So the noun is indefinite. Also one more thing, the noun that follows كم ends with ta marbuta. You do not add alif, which is we did this and we talked about this so many times in my previous videos. So for example, here we have ta marbuta. That means you just add two fathas. But here the noun is masculine, there's no ta marbuta at the end, so you have to add alif as a seed for the two fathas, which is tanween. We call it tanween. So again, anytime the noun does not end with ta marbuta, we need alif as a seed for two fathas. But if you see ta marbuta at the end, like this one, then no need for alif. You just add two fathas. In my next videos, I will do more examples and we will do more exercise on all these question words.